My name's Ian Jeffer. I work currently over at Desert Ridge High School. I'm the head athletic trainer over there. So I've been using Marc Pro since honestly about the spring. Just part of the Henry Schein Rising Star Award that I just got. It came as a part of the package with that, but it was one of those things where talking with Gary, I started to use it just like, okay, let's just give it a shot. And honestly, comparing it to eStim, the major predominating thing out there is like, okay, how does this compare to why can't I just use my eStim tower? Why would I use Marc Pro? And I think the thing that I found was a huge difference is trying to do Russian stim to try and get muscles to twitch or trying to use some other forms of stim wasn't as comfortable to most of the athletes. They'd come by and they'd be like, yeah, I don't want to do that again. And I was like, totally makes sense. Even if I dialed it back or however I modified the parameters, it just wasn't as comfortable. However, since I started using Marc Pro, the kids actually come in and ask for it a lot more. It's been really effective. My kids love it. And I honestly love it too. It makes my life a lot easier. Honestly, at first, they get a little bit anxious sometimes because they'll see their muscles jump. But after maybe once or twice after seeing their muscles kind of jump, they're like, okay, this is actually comfortable. It's something I can tolerate. It's something I can deal with. Looking at this upcoming football season for our school, I'm looking at bringing it just because sometimes with some other products like Normatec boots or something that's a little bit bulkier, it's harder to transport with that even just for recovery. And just seeing how effective it is, I'll probably start carrying the Marc Pro because I can fit it easier in a van. We're not always walking around with a charter bus or anything. Sometimes we got the school van and we got to pack things in a very tight spot. So having the little case with the Marc Pro really helps too. If I have an athlete asking what it is, the first thing that I usually tell them is, okay, this is like eStim, because most of them are pretty familiar with eStim and what that typically feels like. If it's the first time they've ever been in the athletic training, and let's say they have no idea what eStim is, I was like, it's an electrical stimulation unit that helps with pumping, it helps get the muscles to fire. So that low frequency is really, really good at, okay, we're trying to get the muscles to pump. Definitely saves time in the room, sitting there and doing massage or something like that. You're wearing out your hands, you're sitting at one table, especially in the high school setting where you have to kind of be bouncing around. Usually got 5, 6, 7 athletes coming in all at once. But the best I can do in this scenario before I had a Marc Pro was okay, I can either start doing some effleurage or okay, I can have them do some ankle pumps with their ankle up, which it works, but it's not as effective as, okay, I can do this, and this is basically doing a lot of that muscle pumping for them and for me. And then also on top of it, I don't have to sit there aside from just plugging on the pads, and I can kind of watch them from across the room to kind of modify as needed.